Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Steph Curry's pregame outfit for Warriors vs Knicks stands out. All eyes weren't just on the NBA court on Tuesday, as Steph Curry's pregame outfit also grabbed attention ahead of the highly anticipated game between the Golden State Warriors and the New York Knicks. The Warriors arrived at Madison Square Garden bringing not just their high-energy basketball but also their eye-catching style. In an Instagram post shared by the team's official page, the players made their presence felt through their striking fashion game. Curry's outfit was all about neutrals as the Warriors guard arrived at the tunnel wearing a logo patch furling jacket. The NBA star went for a casual look, pairing it with a plain white t-shirt, black baggy cargo pants and beige sneakers that perfectly complemented the layering pieces. For his accessories, Curry added a silver stacked necklace for a touch of personality and style based on their comments. Fans praised how the Warriors nailed their pregame looks, with many also highlighting Curry's simple yet impeccable style. Curry's outfit is on point. One wrote, a fan also shared the same sentiment and commented, Curry's style is impressive, while another user remarked, Curry look and icy in NYC. Look at Curry man. A commenter added, the Warriors game against the Knicks was the second of a back-to-back showdown against Eastern Conference foes. Steph Curry was joined by Jimmy Butler, 3 Moses Moody, Brandon Podolsky and Draymond Green in the starting lineup. The cruel joke, Klay Thompson's Mavericks odyssey. Oh, the basketball gods are merciless, aren't they? Just when you think they've handed you passage to basketball's promised land, they reveal it was merely a mirage in the desert of NBA despair. Klay Thompson, beloved Splash Brother, 4-time champion and Golden State Warriors legend, departed this off-season for what appeared to be greener pastures in Dallas, a team fresh off an NBA Finals appearance led by Generation Al talent Luka Doncic with the dynamic backcourt partner in Kyrie Irving. The perfect situation for Thompson's shooting prowess and championship pedigree, but alas, the fates had other plans so cruel even Sophocles would say, woe, dial it back a bit, in an act of organizational hubris that would make King Midas blush. Mavericks GM Nico Harrison committed the ultimate basketball sin, trading away 25-year-old franchise cornerstone Luka Doncic for 31-year-old Anthony Davis, a move so catastrophically misguided that it makes the Trojans accepting that wooden horse seem prudent by comparison. Davis managed to play exactly Cheeks Notes 3/4s of basketball before a groin injury sidelined him indefinitely, and now in a twist that has Mavericks fans questioning which basketball deity they've offended, Kyrie Irving has torn his ACL, ending his season and potentially altering his career trajectory at age 32. Poor Klay Thompson now stands as the last man standing in a basketball tragedy of epic proportions. From the NBA Finals to potent EL lottery hopefuls in the span of weeks, a supporting actor suddenly thrust into the lead role of a production nobody wants to see. Meanwhile, across the basketball cosmos, the Warriors have experienced renaissance after acquiring Jimmy Butler. Golden State sitcom in the playoff picture, while Brandon Podolsky has flourished alongside Butler. The team Klay abandoned has found new life without him. The imagery is too perfect, too poetic in its cruelty. Thompson, who spent 13 seasons with the Warriors building a dynasty, now watches from afar as his former team thrives while his new squad implodes. It's as if the basketball gods themselves scripted this drama as punishment for daring to leave the Bay. For Warriors fans, watching this unfold carries the bittersweet taste of vindication mixed with genuine sympathy for a franchise legend. They aren't celebrating Thompson's misfortune. Many still love Klay, but there's something crazy about seeing the grass wasn't greener after all. The Mavericks now face the nuclear aftermath of catastrophic decision-making. No Luka, no Kyrie, just Klay, and the ghost of what could have been their season is effectively over, with only the faintest glimmer of lottery luck to cling to. Cooper flag anyone, and while we shouldn't laugh at another team's misfortune, the sheer spectacular nature of this collapse makes it impossible not to stare in awe, like watching a meteor strike in slow motion. The Mavericks went from NBA Finals to basketball wasteland in record time, and Klay Thompson, who sought a fresh start and a chance at championship championship glory now finds himself in basketball purgatory. If this isn't proof that the basketball gods have a wicked sense of humor, I don't know what is. Klay Thompson has to be disappointed as Warriors find joy without him. Last summer the Golden State Warriors had to make one of the most difficult decisions in franchise history when they allowed Klay Thompson to sign with the Dallas Mavericks in free agency. It marked the conclusion of a long and drawn-out saga. And calling it an emotional on would be an understatement. Thompson of course provided Warriors fans with some of the best memories in all their years of fandom. Who could ever forget all the Game 6 Klay performances in the playoffs, his 60-point game in only 29 minutes while taking 11 dribbles, or the night where he made a record-breaking 14 three-pointers against the Chicago Bulls. His name is etched into Golden State lore forever, and he will forever be beloved at Chase Center along with anywhere the Warriors gather to play their games in the future. So when he began to explore free agency options outside of the Bay Area last summer, fans knew it was going to likely lead to an emotional departure, but at the same time his decision was largely understandable as well. Klay had just put up a disastrous 0-for-1-0 performance in Golden State's playing game, and their future as a team was not the brightest. Who could blame Klay for wanting to start a new chapter in his career and go play with a guy like Luka Doncic alongside their Slovenian star and Kyrie Irving? Ng Thompson looked to be an elite addition that could help the Mavericks potentially win a championship. However, as we are seeing, things have not panned out how anyone envisioned. As the 2024-25 regular season comes to a close, we all thought Klay would be preparing to head to the playoffs with the Mavs and help Dallas try to reach the NBA Finals for a second season in a row. Instead, he is one of the biggest names left on a completely depleted roster. Doncic was traded to Los Angeles. Anthony Davis is sidelined due to injury, and Kyrie Irving has now been ruled out for the rest of the season with an ACL injury. It is an absolutely brutal stretch for the Mavericks, and Klay Thompson has to be extremely disappointed with how things are turning out, especially given the current state of the Warriors as they continue to climb up the Western Conference standings. At the end of the day, he is still a multimillionaire athlete with a very comfortable life, but it feels hard to say he would not feel let down by the way the season and his overall situation in Dallas has turned out, at least for the time being. And you fan, what do you think about the situation of Klay Thompson? Write to us in the comments.